welcome to Fans of Fiction. I'm your host, Gene Skinner, and we will be here in like an hour, so he's late. He is running late. So, yell at him. At him at the Discord if you want. That's all up to you. He told me he would be late, though. So, let's get all the shit up that we usually do. And I gotta edit this slightly. Interact, because it is way too loud. Let's get past that. There we go. Exit that. And let's move on to our first video. Here we go.
Hey, Vsauce.
Death Guard
here.
Death Guard
Do
here.
you want to be infected with Ebola without having to leave your own home or deal with other people? Well, you might be in luck.
You might be in luck.
Struggling a fair bit, aren't ya?
This damn monster won't drop the gem I need for my weapon upgrade.
Oh no.
It's the 50th hunt. Wait, aren't you loaded with a bunch of cyber warfare?
Say no more.
Cyber warfare.
Thanks, Jesse. Yeah, 2 gems should be enough. I'm just glad I won't have to hunt it anymore.
I'd not thank me just yet.
Oh, wait, why is it running at 240 FPS? What did you do?
Nano machine, son.
Nano machine,
why
son.
does it look like 4K? Where are the pixels?
Get fucked for cheating. More memes.
Yes! I did it. I summoned the great demon Femphistopheles. Demon Lord, grant me my wish.
Oh no.
In exchange for my immortal soul, become my girlfriend and be with me forever.
Forever.
Oh God, not again. Every f***ing time. Every time I'm summoned, it's always some loser who just wants a demon girlfriend.
Sorry?
I'm not a succubus, you know. I'm an
boy.
extremely powerful wish demon.
Oh no.
But you'll still be my girlfriend, right?
She
I
ain't
can
happy.
grant you immense wealth, immeasurable knowledge. You can conquer the world and have all the human women you want. But you pathetic virgins have no ambition. You just need someone, anyone to love
Baldy.
you. Is that it?
Which
Is that
one?
all
Sex?
you want in life? Are you really that lonely?
He's crying.
Yes.
Yes.
Hello everyone, hope you guys are enjoying the video. I just want to give a quick shout out to Bobadi and my Patreon who have given
Which
me
one?
a lot of
Sex.
support to keep moving forward. And
Gonna move past that. Sorry, bread and butter. Your mic is shit.
Venom Managaga, the deity of poisonous snakes.
Snakes.
I don't know, there's snake and stuff, but yeah.
Snake dicks.
What's wrong, honey?
It's just
Imaginary
this
waifu.
design isn't koomy enough. Like if I was designing a sexy snake, instead of having no pupils, maybe give her glasses or something.
And maybe instead of just the breasts being out there, give her clothes that are sexy but casual.
Sexy but
like
casual.
A turtleneck and jeans.
Oh boy, that's a character that exists.
Guide for with idiots.
Guys are sex with idiots.
thank you for watching. Hope you guys are enjoyed the video. And by the way, is that
His
a
mic
Fight
quality's
Club
better this
t-shirt?
time.
Anyway, a quick shout out to Bobadi and my Patreon for
Ball Buddy.
motivation.
Your balls.
And hope you guys have a great day.
Where's the other way? I don't know how to say it. Oh well. Oh, here we go with this.
Worry not, Ancient One. The damage can be repaired, and your machine spirit will be bolstered. We'll have you back in the battle in no time. Good. I should like.
Uh-oh.
What did you just touch? Apologies, brother. I need to get deeper.
Deeper.
Are you perverts? What? Do not touch me there. Do not touch that cable. Ancient One, calm yourself.
No.
These repairs must be done. I'm a tech marine. I know what I am doing. You are a pervert marine, and you are scaring me. Enough with this nonsense. Hold still.
Pervert marine.
Calm yourself.
I need an adult.
Touch my inside wiring. Trying to fix you so that you may pedophile. How can I be a pedophile? You aren't even a child. I was when they made me a space marine. But then you lived for hundreds of years, on and off the battlefield, before becoming entombed in this great killing machine. You can't tell me you're a child. Now hold still and be quiet so I can fix you.
No pervert.
Fix this.
Dread
How
parts.
did you even do that?
Beautiful. Beautiful. What a pervert. Now for some lore. We had the memes, now it's lore time with the Templin Institute. Talking about the old world from Warhammer Fantasy.
The world as it is known today is a far larger place than might ever be observed by any single mortal. Even to the greatest explorers of the elves and dwarves, to whom fate has gifted many centuries, there will always remain unvisited places, mysteries
worlds,
and astonishments on which their eyes will never gaze.
Nope.
The vastness of the world is both its greatest treasure and final tragedy.
It's tragedy,
of its
Chad,
place
okay?
amongst the heavens,
Tragedy.
of the immense continents and tempestuous oceans that mark its surface, and the civilizations that dwell here, has therefore only been possible through the work of many. Their combined efforts have pushed the boundaries of maps and empires, but their work is not yet complete.
No, of course not.
Even within the lands declared thoroughly surveyed and charted, secrets remain. And of distant lands and peoples, no supposed fact exists that is not disputed or contradicted. The known world is a misnomer, nothing more than a precarious foundation, and perhaps destined to forever lay beyond a total understanding. The greatest example of this is the study of astromancy, which posits that the world is only one amongst many.
Many worlds, Chet.
10 planets are believed to orbit the Sun, of which the known world is the 4th least distant. 400 days are required to complete this orbit,
400.
and this cycle is responsible
Not 360,
for the rhythm
400,
of the
Chad.
Seasons.
Alright?
The world
Gonna have
is
to
in
get used to
turn
this. There's
orbited
2
by
moons,
2
Chad,
lesser
alright?
worlds, or moons. Mansleb, which shines a
Morsleb.
bright white, and Morsleb, whose
Mansleb
unpredictable
and
course
Morsleb,
and sickly
gotcha.
green glow lead many to label it unnatural, or aligned with the dark powers.
Oh, it is. It's Chaos Warp
Of
Stone.
the known world itself, however,
Look, there's
several
not
geographic
Africa.
regions dominate its surface.
Look, there's not Italy.
Each is composed of one or more
I only
continents,
see one moon. There's
and
2,
usually
Cindy.
ringed
There was
by
2
great
there.
oceans. The exact number and boundaries of these regions are disputed, however, and might be interpreted differently.
I mean,
when
the other thing
viewed
is
through
technically a
specific
bunch of warp
geographic
stone in
or
the
cultural
sky, but you know.
perspective.
It's still there. It's still a body.
The first of these regions is known to the nations of mankind that dwell there as the Old World, and it is a symptom of human arrogance that this name is sometimes used interchangeably to refer to the entire planet. In its most common use, however, the Old World encompasses the northwestern region of the planet's largest landmass. Its boundaries are typically delineated by the Great Ocean to the west, the towering range of the World's Edge Mountains to the east, and the desolate and arid regions of Araby and the Badlands to the south.
I'm being contrary.
The
I
northwestern
see.
Isle of Albion
I
is
see,
sometimes
Cindy.
included within the region, though its mysterious and largely unsettled nature means it is neither a true part of the Old World, nor
It's
entirely
not really
separate
there,
from
Chet.
it.
Okay?
The Old World is famous for its dense temperate forests, broken only by
Temperate
long strings of
forests.
mountains, winding rivers, and the plains and grasslands confined mainly to the coasts. The Grey Mountains, which run north to south, and the Black Mountains, which extend west to east in particular, divide the region, and have guided the development of local civilizations and cultures throughout their history. Together with the World's Edge Mountains, these ranges form the heart of dwarf civilization.
Dwarf
The
civilization,
mightiest
Chet.
peaks have been
Alright.
crafted into intricate
Dwarf, look at
fortress
them.
cities known as Karaks,
Midgets.
which today act as semi-independent city-states, and the last vestiges of the former dwarf empire. Many more, however, have been lost to savage races of the Old World, greenskins, beastmen, or worse things. Perhaps the greatest sign of their decline is the Dwarf Underway, a vast interconnected highway of tunnels that once ran beneath every mountain range and is today mostly abandoned. With the
Little people.
decline
Hey,
of
shrimp.
the dwarves, the Old World has become synonymous with the nations
Moon
of
denier.
men, and especially the Empire of Sigmar Heldenhammer, located at its
Sigmar.
center.
Give me a Sigmar mail.
Today, it is widely considered to be the preeminent nation of humankind in the world, pushing the boundaries of scientific
Push it.
discovery through uniquely imperial innovations. Loosely aligned through a shared history, culture, and religion, the Empire is in fact 11 distinct electoral provinces. These provinces arose on the banks of the region's largest rivers, with the River Reich,
Like how you
River
just
Talabek,
you came up with the
River
same thing I
Ava,
was thinking,
and River
Strog.
Ster, acting as vital networks of imperial trade. One former province, however, Sylvania, was beset by the
vampires.
curse of vampirism, and even today remains a blight on the old world that can seemingly never be erased. Its forests are somehow darker and twisted, while the power of the sun, even at midday, is somehow lessened. On the southern side of the Grey Mountains from the Empire lies its major rival, the Kingdom of Bretonnia.
The Britons,
blessed with a kinder climate and majority
French.
of the old world's most easily cultivated land, Bretonnia has been able to endure as a major power, even while rigidly adhering to a feudal system most outsiders consider entirely antiquated. Its code of chivalry and distinct religion likewise have preserved the Bretonnian state, and prevented it from being absorbed into its northern neighbor.
Even in fantasy,
the Empire
the French
and Bretonnia are the common elements of the mountains.
The French.
Savage tribes of greenskins and other creatures, or defiant dwarf fortresses. But 3 other distinct territories have helped keep these nations apart. The first is the so-called Wasteland, which clings to the northern coast of the Old World. Once an imperial province, today it is the site of the independent city-state of Marienburg, the most prosperous port in the Old World. The second is the Forest of Athel-Loren, widely known as the homeland of the Wood Elves, but also a great many stranger and more dangerous things
like the Beastmen
within its deepest paths and glades. The last is the realm of the Border Princes, a comparatively harsher land, yet blessed with minerals that has attracted petty lords, adventurers, and mercenaries from across the Old World.
Totally not close to where the Tomb Kings
lesser kingdoms exist here, contending with greenskins, dwarves, pirates, marauders, and one another, for the chance of carving out a greater nation. The northern marches of the Old World are dominated by Kislev, a nation whose border with the Empire is constantly in dispute, but otherwise bounded by the Sea of Claws and the World's Edge Mountains. Kislev is considered a wild and untamed land, with its few cities existing as isolated stone islands in a desolate sea of rolling steppes, frigid rivers, and frozen lakes and inlets. Yet, despite its relative poverty, the Kislevite people maintain a deep connection with their land that stretches into the realm of sorcery.
Ice magics.
While Kislev can be inhospitable to human life, the northernmost peninsula of Norska remains the most dangerous part of the Old World.
Where the Norscans live.
Covered in jagged mountains and pierced by hundreds of fjords, Norska is a realm of barbarians, where scattered human tribes compete with one another and fierce creatures for survival. There are essentially no permanent settlements within Norska, as even the most developed coastal ports are regularly attacked by blood krakens or other predators.
Blood krakens.
The southern expanse of the Old World is distinguished by 2 great peninsulas, Tilia and Estalia. Warmer and drier than the lands of the Empire or Bretonnia, and beset by more mountainous and rocky terrain, no single kingdom has flourished enough to dominate either place. Instead, both are split between rival city-states and kingdoms, whose cutthroat political intricacies, shifting alliances, and constant betrayals have led to universal adoption of mercenary companies famed across the whole of the Old World. The nations of Estalia and Tilia are also embroiled in constant competition for control over the maritime trade routes that extend into the Great Ocean. No direct, safe route exists between the two, as the cursed lands of the Blighted Swamps have largely severed Tilia and Estalia from one another. If the record of the dwarves can be believed, a thriving human city, one of the greatest of the world, once existed there. Today, however, only ruins remain, from which many strange and ominous noises supposedly echo. The second major region of the planet is the enormous continent that lies directly to the south of the Old World.
Oh, I know that one.
Its great diversity of climate, competing cultures, and tremendous distances has impeded any all-encompassing overview or even a single unifying name. Instead, the continent is usually divided into 3 smaller subregions. Serving as a direct land bridge to the old world are the Badlands, a comparatively thinner strip of territory
Well, at
bordered
least
to the
our
west
cubes!
and east by the Great Ocean and the Sea of Dread.
If we don't subjugate the
Aptly
UK
named,
before
the
we
Badlands
collapse
are
America
characterized
gay.
by arid plains, from which rise many strange and twisted rock formations.
Get right
some of
on
which
it,
might in fact be the
Blondie.
bones of ancient creatures.
You can gypsy your way in.
Only the marshes of
Say you're
madness
part
break this
of
arid
United
monotony.
Kingdom. Well,
but
at
the
least
labyrinth
my
of waterways
people!
and swamps within are wholly cursed and avoided by all but the desperate. Haunted ruins are said to be prevalent within, most of which are all that remains of mankind's ancient Strigos empire, though others defy explanation. While most such ruins lay empty, some contend that within others can be found the last
Colonize
degenerate
the
remnants
UK.
of fallen civilizations
do it.
or other such lost
Get on that
races.
chat.
It is the Greenskins,
They're
however,
an
that have
unsavaged,
claimed
uncivilized
uncontested
people.
dominion over the Badlands. Orcs,
The Brit
goblins,
Bongs.
and the other creatures that gather at their sides are present here in larger numbers than nearly anywhere else on Earth. Countless tribes roam the steppes, enough to overwhelm the entire old world, if they should ever cease their infighting.
Revolutionary 2.
Jutting out into the
War
great
harder.
ocean is Araby, the site of the harshest deserts in the world, in which
Hey,
none
Gray.
but the hardiest creatures might survive. Water is scarce, and when it falls, it does so in such tremendous torrents as to be nearly as deadly as a drought. Only on the coasts, where more reliable streams flow from nearby mountains, is
Revolutionary
human
War 2
settlement
with a
possible.
vengeance.
The sultans of Araby are thought of as savage and backwards compared to the kings and emperors of the old world, but they possess a proud civilization. Arabians are energetic and imaginative, and through their superior advances
Also totally
in
don't have
sciences,
gins and shit.
medicine, and architecture, have created trade
It's
empires
literally
the equal of any
fucking Saudi
across the
Arabia
planet.
in fantasy settings.
The remainder of the continent is known as the Southlands, a forbidden
Colonized
country of desert
Gorgonia.
wastelands and ruined
The
tomb
UK has
cities
been colonized
that
not
slowly
since
gives way to an
43 AD. They are
impregnable
bigger
jungle.
mutts than the US Yanks.
Only a few permanent
Than us
settlements
Yanks,
are present
excuse me.
here, mainly on the
They're not
coasts,
people.
as to control the
The
neighboring
Anglos
sea
are not
routes.
humans.
Those who have attempted to travel
They're
even just a few
like
miles
the
into the
remnants
jungle
of humanity
and
that
survived
exist,
have
right?
spoken of an impossibly dense web of trees, vines, and swamps. Despite these dangers, persisting tales of lost cities constructed entirely of gold, lost dwarf holds, and other
Hashtag
such treasures
enslave
have
UK.
ensured a steady flow of adventurers set their sights on the Southlands.
We'll liberate the Irish.
Of all the dangers that might be
I don't know if
found
you can
in
save
the
either
Badlands,
race of people,
Araby,
honestly.
and the Southlands, there are none so inescapable and enduring as the power that still lingers
I know
in the
Zach
land
wants
of
to
the
be
dead.
Isle adopted, but
A borderland whose outer edge extends into
That's
each of
more
the 3
gypsy
surrounding
talk.
regions. This place is all that remains of ancient Nehekara, once the mightiest and most prosperous realm of men. Today, it is a haunted place, where the cries of ancient spirits can still be heard, in the ruins of forgotten cities and great mortuary temples. The dead find no rest here, doomed
Yes,
to
the
walk the
mummies.
sands in a grim parody of the lives they once lived. This is the work of Nagash, the great necromancer,
waiting for
whose
chat to just catch
apocalyptic
up.
rebirth as an aspirant god of death
They're a DNA
unleashed a curse upon
swamp.
the world
Yeah,
that can
they
never
are.
be removed, even millennia after his destruction. Across the Great Ocean is another vast landmass known to some as the New World. Its southern continent, directly across from the Southlands, is another stretch of endless jungles named Lustria. So
Your
similar to
anti-vampire
Lustria and the
bigotry will not
Southlands
go
that
unanswered.
scholars
You're not a
speculate
vampire,
they
you're
might
a
once
ghoul.
have been joined together while the
You
world
wish
was
you were a
still young.
vampire.
Indeed, when
Got
viewed
ghoul
from afar,
territory.
this western continent might seem little different from the Southlands.
I mean, you can
But
walk
within
in the sun. I
Lustria,
guess that's a
every
plus
danger
from a
has been
vampire, but
amplified.
you know.
Its claustrophobic
Saying.
jungles are an entirely alien landscape, with even the highest mountains and entire seas choked by titanic skywoods, and a canopy so dense that little light can reach the jungle floor. A great amount of this plant life is carnivorous, poisonous, or in some other fashion hazardous to
Look,
mortal
bird.
life.
That's a flying
Mighty
dinosaur right
prehistoric
there.
carnivores stalk these jungles, while far more foul things lie in
Just
wait
can't
within
even
the
help
vines
yourself,
or
bigot.
beneath the surface of stagnant marshes. Yet there are also riches in Lustria, cities of gold supposedly dwarfing those of the Southlands. The denizens of those cities, known to the few who have seen them as the Lizardmen, are said to be savage
Lizardmen.
indeed, and heart.
Not the
also
Aztecs,
possessing
we
a deep
promise.
knowledge of the world that belies their primitive appearance. North of Lustria is Nagaroth, named by the elves the Land of Chill. It is an equally unforgiving land of barren windswept plains and sluggish black rivers stained by the touch of sorcery. Their
Vampires
blackened
can't
waters
walk
carve
in the
winding
sun, the
canyons
Irish
and
folk
deep
can't
ravines
either.
into the frozen ground, providing the only respite
Is Weeb
from
raiding
the
a
biting
cheese
winds.
farm? No. He is
Only in a
traveling
few
back from
places is
spending
the
time
soil
with...
thick enough for plants to grow,
Ugh,
and it is often
friends.
nothing more
A
than
disgusting
sickly pines,
word.
a pale reflection of those
Awful.
found in the old world.
Imagine having them.
Only elven exiles and renegades have chosen to settle in Nagaroth, and they have become as
Nagaroth.
cruel and
My
unforgiving
Nagaroth.
as the lands they inhabit.
You Enwa.
Instead, the true center of elvish civilization continues to be Ulthuan,
Not
a
really.
landmass roughly the
Ulthuan
shape
sucks.
of a
Who gives a
hollow
shit about
ring,
the high elves?
located in the center of the Great Ocean.
Nagaroth is better.
The famed Anuli Mountains line Ulthuan, and their peaks disappear into deep mists of raw magic, where time can begin to flow strangely, and thoughts can coalesce into physical form. These mountains are steeped in magic, because Ulthuan as a whole acts as a focal point for the winds of energy
The Irish
that
greater
blow
than the
across
Brits.
the
I
world.
mean, no, not wrong.
In order to prevent sorceries
Not
from
wrong at
consuming
all.
the world, the elves in ancient times wove into being a great vortex, meant to absorb excess magic. It remains there to this day,
I mean, even
and
the
has
French
left
are
a
better
unique
than the
mark on
Brits.
Ulthuan,
But don't let
with the
them know
sky
that you said
surrounding
that,
it full of exotic lights and
because the Brits will
otherworldly
get
music.
jealous because they care so much about
10
the French.
elven kingdoms guard the vortex and their greater homeland,
Meth
roughly
addicted
split
elves.
into the inner and outer kingdoms, depending on which side of the Anuli Mountains they claim territory. The remainder of the world has, until recent centuries, been little more than myths and legends, crafted from the tales of the few explorers to return from these distant realms. Yet, as more pioneers and caravans
look at this
brave the
giant
network of trade routes that run to the
skeleton.
far east, known collectively as the Ivory Road, what were once mere names and warnings
Totally
on
not
the
based
edge
on
of
the Silk
maps
Road or anything.
are slowly coming into focus. Far to the
This
west
wasn't
of
made
the
by
New World,
history nerds.
or
We
well
ripped
to
it off
the
from other
east
people.
of the
Hey,
world's
True
edge
Master Bob.
mountains, the celestial empire of Grand Cathay forms another region
Not China,
of the
we
world,
promise.
and second great axis of human civilization. It is far larger and more populous than any nation of mankind
China
found
is
in the
here,
old
Mr.
world,
Button.
with even its smaller market towns dwarfing many imperial cities. Cathay spans a wild and varied continent. Its heartland is filled with snaking rivers that produce an endless supply of grain, while its surrounding territories feature towering mountains, prosperous coasts, ancient forests, and wide, sunny plains. Records of travelers tell of jade cities, wondrous spices, and textiles, but above all, the inexhaustible armies in service to the immortal Dragon Emperor. Yet, even here, horrible wastelands brought about by ancient cataclysms endure. The Warpstone Desert shines with the raw energy of magic, and any who travel through this baleful place risks mutation or worse. The northern frontier of Cathay borders a similarly desolate region, defended by the legendary Great Bastion, the single greatest structure ever created by men. Other nations are said to exist in the Far East, but of them, even less is known. The kingdoms of Ind, known to some
India.
as the land of 1,000 gods,
Which
and
is
thought to stretch
interesting if it
beneath
was
the
actually
southern
covered,
frontiers of
but
Cathay,
invented
home
games.
to strange creatures, verdant rainforests, and an eastern despot who stylizes himself the Monkey King.
Totally not
To
Sun
Ind's
Wukong.
east lies the hinterlands of Koresh, reportedly a haunted place mimicking Lustria, yet overrun with dread snake men.
Weeb is
blood
not
mother
here
queens,
yet, Tree Master
and
Bob.
other grotesque
Weeb is away
creatures.
because he has this
As in the
disgusting thing
Southlands,
called
only a few
friendship with
settlements
people.
exist here,
So,
and cling
you
to
know,
well-protected
he'll be
harbors,
here when
for
he's
none
back
but the
from
most
that.
insane or
Ugh.
brave will delve
Friends.
too deeply into the jungle.
Disgusting.
Further off the coast of Cathay and Koresh is the Isles of Nippon, reminiscent of Cathay in character, yet with their own unique religion and culture seemingly derived from a divine sun. Feudal warlords compete with one another across its many islands, but when united, possess such a mastery over the sea so as to even threaten Cathay or more distant ports. For most of their history, however, the Nippon have remained isolationist and closed
Not
off their
Japan.
cities to outsiders.
We promise.
Separating the nations of the east from those of the Old World and the west are the Darklands. Volcanoes and earthquakes have split this cheerless land apart, bringing
Also,
to the
Darklands
surface
has the
stagnant
dark,
pools of tar
the Chaos
and oil,
Dwarves.
whose fumes merge with ash to form perpetually blackened skies.
He doesn't
The dim
have
light
friends.
and choking air ensures the lands remain dead to all plant life, save wild,
Fine,
gnarled
then he's
thorns.
getting shit from a dealer. I don't know.
The volcanic
he said
activity
friends.
and gaping
I
pits
believed him. I don't
bring
know
up the
why.
rarest and most valuable minerals of the earth, and the Darklands are deeply coveted by many races for its abundant riches. But these blasted territories are the home of the orcs, and they are present here in such numbers that would overwhelm even those of the neighboring Badlands or any other region on the planet. Though they rarely speak of it to outsiders, the Darklands are also the home to the eastern remnants of the Dwarf Empire.
Chaos
They have
Dwarves.
endured in this brutal landscape since their race was first fractured, embracing a terrible god they name the Father of Darkness,
Hashut.
the Uzkul-Drazar,
We've
or Chaos
covered plenty of times
Dwarves as they
before.
are more commonly known, rarely venture out into the wider world.
All of it's
But
been
the
covered
plumes of
before, but
smoke
if you
that
haven't
rise
seen
from
it,
their fortress city,
well, that used to
and
be
the
part
roar
of the old
machinery
show. Me
that
and
is
Weeb
carried
did.
on the wind seems to indicate that this isolationism
Before we made fans of
is
fiction,
nearing its end.
which was Chaos Corners.
Where the World's Edge Mountains protect the old world from the worst elements of the Darklands, Cathay is similarly protected by the eastern
Which this
mountains
totally
of
is an
Lorne.
evolution of, because
Beset
Warhammer
by
said,
even
fuck
greater
you if you make
volcanic
any of our
activity,
content
the mountain
specifically
range
about us,
is
we
in a
hate
constant
you.
state of flux.
They didn't
with
do that.
eruptions
Oh
and
wait,
glacial
Games Workshop
flows
did.
significantly altering
Games
the
Workshop
landscape, often with
did.
little warning. Even the dwarves found it difficult to establish their holds here.
Let's
and the
again,
entire
let's
region
conquer
has
the
been
Brit Bongs. I'm
overrun by
behind it.
ogres, Rhinoxen, Mournfang, and the
Rhinoxen.
legendary Yetis, thought to hunt among the tallest peaks.
Rhinoxen.
A great
Get
many
you a
small
Rhinoxen,
islands
chat.
and landmasses might be found off the coasts of the world, and it is believed that possibly even some lost continents might remain undiscovered somewhere within the vast expanses of the ocean. Yet, for the most part,
Yes, they did, Gray.
even if certain regions remain more mysterious than others,
Gee,
an
but you did screw
imperfect
the
but useful
pooch.
overview of the world has been established. There remains, however, and will perhaps always be, gaps in knowledge. For in spite of every effort, there are certain places on the map of which any understanding is impossible. The greatest and most dire of these are the Chaos Wastes.
Yes.
Located at the world's northern and southern poles are two great wounds in reality.
Wounds.
A realm of emotion and malignant powers exists coterminously with the known world, and in these devastated landscapes, it spills outwards unchallenged,
Because there's
mutating and
huge ass
corrupting
gates
every
open there. It
element
all
of
comes
nature.
out of.
The further north or south one heads, the stranger the horizon becomes, as light and shadow, time and distance, splits apart into wonders and terrors that defy mortal understanding. Eventually, it is possible to enter the realm of chaos itself, from which the forces of chaos emanate. Its dark gods hold dominion, and the raw powers of magic flow out onto the world. Little is known of the southern Chaos Wastes, for they remain separated from the mortal races by 1,000 leagues of ocean, but the northern wastes have no such barrier. From Kislev to Cathay, the Chaos Wastes threaten civilization.
Yes, they do.
Within can be found worshippers of the dark gods, mutated creatures, and even demons whose existence would be impossible anywhere else.
Spill
Though the
right
exact
out.
boundaries of the Chaos Wastes ebb and flow with the tides of magic, it can never truly be sealed off from the mortal
Nope.
world, save perhaps by some as of yet undiscovered miracle.
I mean, the old one's fucked off and the
The
Chaos
most
Gates
ancient
collapsed,
records
so
inherited by the elves and
that's why it
dwarves,
exists.
yet far older than either race, tell of an era when the world was without the taint of chaos,
Well.
and instead shepherded under the careful direction of the Old Ones.
Giant frog people.
Whether gods themselves or mortals of unparalleled power, they were thought to travel the cosmos the way men might sail an ocean, and for some unknown reason, took an active interest in this particular world. They moved it closer to the sun, so life might flourish, shaped its continents and islands to their liking, and even guided the evolution of native life.
Yep.
At each of the poles, they constructed enormous gates, so they might travel to and from the world in an instant, linking it into a web of millions of other worlds. The disaster is believed to have come suddenly. While the exact cause
Stabilization
is
of the
unknown,
gates.
the polar gates collapsed on themselves, and their implosion created rifts across realities, into the realm of chaos.
That's fun.
Sorcerous energies, demons, and warpstone, the raw stuff of magic, spilled across the world. Seas churned, forests shook, and in place of the northern gate, a second great moon, Morsleb, slowly formed in burning skies. The dread masters of chaos became aware of this mortal world, and it soon became another battleground.
They see it as the great game, they call it. Where it's all a part of a plan to just continue to play forever.
Merely abandon the world.
At least it was until, you know, the fucking end times happened and fucked that up.
Easy answer.
They didn't actually want to destroy the world, that wasn't the point.
The surviving servants of the Old Ones, and the species they had cultivated. The dwarves and elves rose to prominence
then you get
in
fucking
this
Aegis
time,
Scumbamar, and
and
it
each
sucks.
would claim sole credit for the eventual triumph of the mortal realm over the forces of chaos. Yet the rift at the poles could never be closed, and so chaos became an omnipresent force in the world, a sword that hung above every mortal soul. With the defeat of chaos, the dwarf and elven empires competed with one another for power and influence across the world.
As you do.
The war between these superpowers, combined with internal strife and natural disasters, exhausted both nations, and sparked a gradual decline, from which neither has been able to recover. In their absence, the races of men began to rise, first in the ancient empires of Nehekara and Cathay, and slowly in the more modern states that today span the old world. As the forces of chaos grow in power, and the resolve of the mortal races falter, that the planet has entered a new stage cannot be denied. Both heralded prophets and crazed madmen declare that these are the end times, the hour in which the dark gods will make their final war upon the world and extinguish the last sparks of
Yes,
hope.
I do. The Age of Shitmar, indeed.
Perhaps it is even true, and this vibrant world will soon collapse under the weight of chaos, and the failure of the Old Ones will be complete. But the world is more than just maps and charts, mountains and oceans, nations and empires. Amongst the untold number of worlds in the cosmos, it is unique, a place of monsters, gods, and heroes. And even if the world one day crumbles, its glory and the glory of all within it can live on, so long as one remains to remember it.
Remember it, chat. Remember it
Thanks
because
to Creative
GW
Assembly
did,
for
because they had to
supporting
bring
our
it back
investigation
because nobody
across
was
the known
buying
world. But that
Shitmar.
investigation is just getting started.
Let's
Join
have some
us
more
on our
memes.
Twitch channel.
Let's have some more memes, shall we?
I am a human supremacist! I am a human supremacist! That term will be the future war with the robots and the AI. What you're hearing now is the entire future and everything they tried to stop us from doing. Our supremacy will not end with this planet. We will people the stars. We will colonize. We will green dead worlds. We will go interdimensional. We will unlock the secrets of the universe. The Emperor has laid them out like Christmas presents for his children. And I am extremely honored
before they
to
betrayed.
be in the fulcrum and the heart of the fight to bring our race, the human race, in a race for the future. I am honored to be here. And we will break the enemy. We will break the pedophiles. We will break the Satanists because the Emperor already sent his own self down here to show us he could do it. The Emperor would never ask us to go through an obstacle course he wouldn't go through. And now we're going to go through what the Emperor did. And we're going to go through it, and we're going to be destroyed, but reborn on the other side.
All right, let's go on to more memes.
There's no way my student council president is doing erotic things with that Tend guy, volume 6.
Oh no.
Joker, I am worried about the copious amount of that I am featured in. Do you think this might negatively affect my re-election campaign as student council president?
Oh no.
Don't worry,
oh god.
I'll still vote for you.
Me too.
Coomers.
Thank you for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying
This
the
mic got
video.
shitty again.
By the way, yes, that is Barney from The Simpsons who voiced over Morgana, if you are wondering. Anyway,
that is
a quick
Barney
shout
from
out
The
to
Simpsons.
Ball Buddy and my Patreon for motivation, and hope you guys have a great day.
Welcome to Let's introduce ourselves and speak a little about why we're here today, shall we?
Hi, I'm Oni and I'm an alcoholic. I started a brawl in my favorite bar and, well, I kinda demolished the place. I was fined for repairs and the city guard made me attend this meeting.
Damn, that sucks.
Worst part is, my favorite bar is now closed.
Ouch. Hello there, I'm a dwarf, and I'm also an alcoholic. I drank a full bottle of limited edition fire wine, and I had to pawn my axe collection.
His axe collection.
Liquor until my next payday.
Stay strong. The night is always darkest before the dawn.
Thank you.
Good. Admitting that you have a problem is the first step to recovery.
Problem?
Next, we'll go over specific tips to help you quit drinking.
Quit?
Quit? Problem? Quit? They ain't gonna do that.
Thanks for watching. Hope you guys are enjoyed the video. Anyway, a quick shout
Tall
out to
Oni
my
mommy.
buddy and my Patreon.
Yes, Purple
for
Haze, that is.
motivation.
That it be.
And hope you guys have a great day.
It all starts at the bar, then things go downhill. That's right, Gray.
It's time to choose which Midna is best girl.
Oh boy.
Come on, Link. I know you want a taste of this
Good
That's
boy,
a
Link.
pussy?
Now come and kneel before your queen.
Is there one that's sleeping?
Please, ladies.
Oh no, he's
I can't
he's
choose.
sleeping.
I love you.
Oh, Zelda's gonna fucking kill him.
Link, I hope you're dreaming about which game's version of Zelda you prefer. Because if you're not, I'm going to cut off your balls.
I'm gonna cut off your balls?
Thank you for watching. Hope you guys are enjoyed the video.
The
And which
video?
midnight version is your choice? I think we can make a Rule 34 illustration of her based on the amount comment down below. And a little shout out to
You better
everybody
comment
in my
down below,
Patreon
chat,
for the
because if
support.
you don't,
And
then
hope
you
guys
chose
have a great
both.
day. See
And
y'all.
Zelda's gonna cut off your dick. If you have a dick. If you don't, well, there's gonna be a sword somewhere, ain't gonna be pleasant. Walking Kriegers. Boom, 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 boom. Get you a Death Guard mindset.
The world is plagued
Time for some more lore.
by a
Troyer.
myriad energized and bold.
World is
Others
plagued.
are older, more devious and powerful. Dragon ogres are amongst the most ancient of the world's living creatures. They are servants of the ruinous powers through a dark pact they made ages ago, exchanging their service to chaos for immortality. The upper torso and head of an ogre are seemingly fused together with the lower body of a dragon, forming a twisted abomination that is terrifying to the eyes that see them.
Terrified yet, Chad? Should be. Get you a hammer.
As battles across the world rages on,
With Raid
Viking
Shadow
clans
Legends.
from every corner rise to fight on in an exciting MMO strategy game with PvP and PvE battles. Special thanks to Vikings War of Clans for sponsoring this video.
Oh, thank God for
The
Vikings
game
War
lets
of
you
Clans.
train recruits, balance your forces, manage resources, scout your enemies, initiate attacks, and engage in diplomacy. If you have been
Vikings
thinking
War
of having a
Clans.
nice
Download it for
challenge,
your phone now.
now
The
is the
QR
best
code you
time
can't
to
see.
download the game, as during the month of August, you can participate in personal and clan blitz competitions every 2 days. As a
Yeah, this
celebration
guy isn't
for
sponsored by
Vikings'
Raid.
7th anniversary,
MMOPP.
participate in
Wow,
numerous
so much
in-game
fun.
events, bank
On
offers,
your phone, they
sales,
said.
and promotions.
You don't play games there,
Take
they
part
said.
in the
Well,
Battle for the
you're
Throne
wrong.
competition
Vikings
for
clans.
coffers of trophies.
Hoffers.
The winner of
Offers
the
trophies,
competition
spyware
receives
the game.
resources, the
They're all
king's
spyware.
equipment, and
Every
more.
game you have on your phone is spyware.
Plus, every
Look,
Tuesday
10
and
times
Wednesday
just ruined
during
Warhammer
August,
for me, man.
the speed of learning, construction, research,
10
and
times.
training will be increased by 20%. Download Vikings War of Clans by scanning the QR code on screen or clicking the link in the description and get all these amazing rewards for free. In the flashes of lightning, I saw a scaled leg scrabble against the rock as the thing stood upright. It walked past me without even bothering to glance at me. Last I saw it, it was scaling straight up a cliff.
Motaro, what are you doing in my fantasy game?
At the summit of a mountain, their forms throwing massive shadows across the mountains as they fought amidst the lightning. I've never been back to Icebreak Ridge since. In this episode, we will learn about the terrible creatures that are the dragon ogres, and also about one of the oldest amongst them.
Are we still on, chat?
Kolic Suneater, a dark beast.
Because it's just showing like loading for me in an image.
With his
I'm sure we
wrath.
are, but I don't know. Fucking YouTube is gay on the side. Most of the times when it shows the live studio stuff.
The dragon ogres are creatures that have lived for eons. Their incredible longevity, as with almost all things supernatural, is the work of the Chaos Gods. Ages ago, the elders of their ancient race made a pact with the ruinous powers, embracing damnation in order to save themselves from a slow, inevitable decline into full extinction. They were given eternal life, and in return, the entire dragon ogre race put themselves at the command and service of the Dark Gods.
The Dark Gods.
Since that day, the dragon ogres have carved their names across the ages as immortals who can only die in battle. Monstrous beings that rouse themselves only in the name of destruction. They spend the majority of their lives in slumber under the mountains, places darker than midnight, where no ray of sun has ever reached.
No ray of sun will ever reach
Legends say that it is only when terrible thunderstorms assail the crests of the world that they finally stir and come to life. As lightning streaks across the skies, the dragon ogres scale mountains and glaciers. They do this in order to bathe in the fulminating lightning, rejoicing in the raw forces of nature. For it is the storm that invigorates them and fills them with deadly energy for their coming battles. The most feared amongst their number is the massive dragon ogre known as Kolic Suneater. When the dragon ogres made their unholy pact with the ruinous powers, the world became dark.
It became dark, Chad.
As
it was
if
dark before
foreseeing
then. It was
the
dark
dire
now.
future to come. Little detail is known of that dark and ancient contract.
It's dark.
Yet,
very dark.
it is
More
said
dark
that the
than dark.
deeds of Kolic during that pact were so heinous and beyond evil that the sun itself hid its face behind a bank of storm clouds, as it decreed that it would henceforth never shine upon Kolic again, hiding forever behind an impenetrable bank of storm clouds.
That be the storm, though.
True enough, Kolic's coming is heralded by roiling black thunderheads,
Also, totally
heavy
not a
storms,
manifestation
and
of chaos
blackness.
or anything. No, he wouldn't be that.
Although little is known of Kolic's birth and the early years of his life, it is well-established fact that this hulking and monstrous being is one of the firstborn kin to Kraken Rock the Black, father to all dragon ogres. making him truly ancient, beyond the reckoning of mortals and many others alike. Kholek Suneater, like the rest of his breed, slumbers beneath the stone of the northern mountains, until once every 8 generations, the sonorous chanting of demented worshippers perform their nefarious rites and hurl the carcasses of their vile sacrifices into their cavernous lairs. It is then during the climax of a storm of otherworldly proportions that the Suneater bursts forth to wreak havoc upon the old world. Like all dragon ogres, Kholek is a beast of such colossal size that mere mortals can scarcely comprehend. It is said he dwarfs buildings and settlements alike. Indeed, it is rumored that Kholek himself stands so tall he can clearly see over the ramparts and gates of cities.
He see you, chat. Motherfucking Kholek see you.
Legends say he was last seen standing over the walls of the cursed city of Prague during the Great War against Chaos. Such is his size that he smashed asunder the temples and buildings of many cities with his immense war hammer, Star Crusher.
Warhammer?
A weapon forged in the fiery heart of a raging volcano, and enchanted with ancient and mysterious energy, so that it is capable of slaying even the stars themselves. In keeping with the nature of all dragon ogres, this monster wears indomitable armor.
Indomitable.
It is made of enormous brass plates, now blackened and charred.
You know, as you do.
Thanks to Kholek's age, he has seen a millennia of war, and has absorbed the great lightning strikes required to keep his race both physically and mentally empowered. Even now, there are rumors that the Herald of the Storm is once more abroad in the northern lands, his gigantic warhammer Star Crusher in hand, to bring down ruinous and brutal fury that has only grown since before the dawn of man.
Man don't dawn that day. Chat. Look at them. Look at the dragon ogres. They go. Charged up. They goaded. Goaded with the lightning. Just comets falling down. You know, normal things.
As the lines crashed and the battle heated on, the skies turned black, as if nature, in the warmth of the sun, removed itself from the world. Suddenly I saw a group of dragon ogres charging through. The terrible armies of chaos are known to use these ancient beasts as assault forces, but I've never seen them with my own eyes.
Never ever.
I damn that moment to this day.
The green things and unliving alike will bear witness to my wrath. They are mine to dismember, to disembowel, to crush. I will smash all that remains of these ruins to powder, and not stop until my hammer is found! And then the whole world will burn before I rest again, sucked in my veins.
Dramatic.
This is the new pact I make to the dark powers.
Okay, calm down. Must be so loud.
The dragon ogres charged through our ranks, breaking our shields and sending many of us flying through the air. Many of my brothers broken and dead
Thank you, Jed.
before they even hit the ground.
Thank you, Cindy and Grace specifically.
Arrows and bullets we fired did not
Dakota,
deter
there you
them.
go. 3 people.
Many of them shrugged off
Rule of 3 is
cannonballs
up.
and shots that would have killed a man many
Jeez.
times over.
Suddenly unplugged my
Their
computer.
weapons were gigantic, and they roared as they broke our ranks with terrible ferocity and pure force. Before long, many regiments were fleeing, running for their lives in full panic. I ran too, and that's why I'm here today. Days later, we learned that all that stayed to fight died crushed under the terrible weight of their dark army of chaos.
The dark army of chaos.
How were we supposed to survive if we had to fight against those ancient monsters?
I see that, Dakota. Chris Chan ran out of prison. He's been gone for 5 hours, apparently. Well, he's gonna get shot then. That's just gonna happen. Virginia won't ever be the same again.
On this channel, we are putting together narrative Total War cinematic battles and Warhammer lore videos. A special thank you goes to our Patreon supporters who help us in the making of more content. You can also join Patreon and earn extra perks while supporting the videos to come.
Join our
Find the
Patreon
link in the
today.
description below.
Donate to it even.
Make sure to subscribe, and thank you for watching. See you on the next one.
He ran away. Like, he broke out of the bathroom and started running. He's somewhere. They don't know where, though. Apparently. At least that's what Jim tweeted. On a 4chan
They've all got
thread.
mustaches and they...
Black
and you just look
Templars.
like an absolute clown, food and water. I think you're a big joke. That's what I think you are. That's what I think you are, murdering scum. And those of you that serve the system are murdering scum. All of you. You're all aid and abet murdering scum that says they'll secretly arrest citizens in army bases all over the world, raping children with battery acid, Army's own report. You support raping children with battery acid. With giant objects. That's in the Army report. If you don't speak out against it, if you don't go out against it, if you don't stand up against it, you support it. You support it. You support it. You are now child killers, child torturers. You are now aiding and abetting it. You are literally going to hell in a handbasket. Repent now. Repent now.
Repent
I
now.
know your mustache is cool. You got little gold framed glasses. You scare me so bad. Oh, you scum! Scum! All right, I'm going to stop right there. Oh, it makes me sick, and I'm going to have to watch them when they blow up some federal buildings.
All right. Well, thanks, Alex. Next.
First we're gonna rock, then we're gonna roll. Then we rock, don't let it go. X gon' give it to you.
X gon' give it to you.
X gon' give it to you. We gon' give it to you.
Now Resident Evil
Damn
7.
it. Why am I always being chased by stupid
Oh, no.
big men? Leon!
Oh,
Get back
it's Chris.
here and my sister now! The Redfield bloodline must continue! I want to be chased by women! Preferably Ada!
Preferably Ada. Oh boy. Oh god. Resident Evil 7?
Oh no! I've been caught!
I love man flesh. I get
Man flesh.
first.
Yeah. You too, Capcom.
Yeah, fuck you too, Capcom.
Claire's awaits your seed.
Claire's pussy awaits your seat.
Thank you for watching. Hope you guys are enjoyed the video. And by the way, who
I'm
is the
really
best
enjoying
girl
it.
from Resident Evil series?
Man, his
Comment down
mic
below
is
your
not good.
opinion,
I don't know
and
what
we
it
will
is
make
to cause it
the
makes the
choice
sound,
into
but
a
yes.
suggested illustration of our waifu. And a little shout out to Bobby and my Patreon for the support.
Big shout out to my
And I hope you
patrons
guys
and
have a
Ball
great
Buddy.
day.
You're Baldy, I think. You say so? I don't remember.
Please, Semphistopheles, I have to lose my virginity by the Magic Academy prom night.
Well, you could
Harry
start
Potter.
by talking to Sandra. She obviously likes you.
But talking to girls is too scary. I'd rather sell my soul to demons.
I'm a girl too, you know. Fine, I'll help you. But dark magic has a cost. You will become irresistible to the opposite sex, and the kissless line will prosper and multiply. However, your incel energy will be transferred to one of your descendants. 500 years from now, a girl will be born blessed with fairest beauty, yet cursed with eternal virginity. Her name will be Virginia, and she will be known as the Virgin.
The Virgin Knight.
Hey there, little guy.
There she is.
Breeding time.
No! Sorry, how does this affect
you?
you?
He doesn't give a shit.
You know, you could feel bad for cursing your bloodline.
Nah, I'm cool.
Nah, I'm cool.
I care about my personal convenience now. I don't care if I screw over my future offspring.
I feel like this is an allegory for a political issue or something.
Hey, can you be my girlfriend? You're super hot.
Here we go again.
Yeah, she's not happy.
No, absolutely not.
No.
Thank you for watching.
Why is his mic so shitty?
But seriously, someone help that poor lady break that curse. She's 30 and she already suffered enough.
She's pretty.
And a little shout out to Ballbuddy and my Patreon for the support. And hope you guys have a great day.
Hi. Pathetical question. Like a personality quiz.
A personality quiz?
Rather
Fuck.
A dragon or a dragon's weight in goblins?
Oh, I love these. Which would I rather fight?
No,
so
fuck.
Which is more dangerous? The raw power
said
of a single
fuck.
dragon or the pack traits of an army of hundreds of goblins?
You said fuck. Said fuck.
Huh? Which would you
rather fuck?
A dragon or an army of goblins?
Dad, Zotza punched me.
Well.
Dad, I'm still hungry. Okay.
Well, he already made his bad choice.
I took some gold from Mother's treasure hoard. Do you want me to foot the bill?
Wait, what? Oh, they both.
The correct answer was probably neither. Definitely not.
Not both.
Oh, God's not again.
Oh, God.
Thank you for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying the video. And by the way, between a massive scaly dragon and a pack of short-stacked goblins, which one is your choice? And
pick one.
Shout out to Ballbuddy
and put it in the comments of what you would fuck, chat.
You guys have a great day.
Totally great idea to do both. Totally. A good idea. Alright. More memes.
Yeah. That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Shut up. Yeah.
Gilliman.
Oh, yeah. Shut the fuck up.
Just yelling all the fucking Primarchs.
Stupid. You're all stupid idiots.
Just the Emperor yelling at all his children. They're all stupid. Dumb.
You're dumb? You're the dumbest one here. Yeah.
Rangron. Yeah, you.
No. Turn that off.
Turn it off. Bravo just recording him.
Hey people, Seth here. Here's our topic of the day. Inflation. Inflation is a global topic. Some of the most powerful people on this planet are the same people responsible for the most inflation.
Oh God,
coincidence? I think not. You might think it's just a way of printing liquidity for short-term gain and no consequence, because, after all, everything is tethered to the dollar since we abolished the Bretton Woods system in 1971. So, even if you're holding pounds, euros, or yen, it doesn't matter, because you're equally screwed. Our hyperinflation is your hyperinflation.
No.
Enjoy.
Inflation.
In conclusion, the Federal Reserve is run by hyperinflation fetishists. But here's the thing. They're not doing it for money. They're doing it because they're perverts and they find it to be extremely hot. Now, let's talk about something completely unrelated. Tribal Hunter is a completely innocent game where you play as an anthro lizard who is sent to guard over the land. You fight, you protect the innocent. You consume your enemies by ventilating them directly into your mouth. And it's really funny because if you eat too much, he gets large. Oh God, imagine that. And what if he ate even more and got even larger? Well, that would be crazy. But don't eat too much or you're gonna pop. This is an allegory for your blood vessels, which are going to pop if you keep going down this road, because soon enough, the only way you can keep going down this road is in a motorized mobility scooter. Answer me this. What will you do when Elon Musk turns off the Tesla battery in the middle of the woods? That's right. You're going to be kissed to death by a pack of nanny dogs who just broke out of a local nursery. And guess what? You're the main course. Think about that next time you're engorging yourself like the hungry caterpillar that you are. This game plays like a brawler platformer Metroidvania. It's like the old Metroids if Samus was or could become heavily pregnant, and this grants her gameplay advantages. It's much the same way. When you're small, you're very quick, you're very nimble, and you can platform really easily. When you're large, you hit like a truck. Your damage, your animations, your
Weeb comes back when we're like done with this, we're going back to watch this again.
You become both vertically and horizontally challenged. When each footstep is the equivalent of a quake in Asia, jumping is the least of your concern. This might not be politically correct to say, but there's no way to sugarcoat it without making you even larger. You're a fat fuck. So how do we shed those pounds? Well, you sit down and you metabolize your food in a matter of seconds. When the morbidly obese blame it on metabolism, this is exactly what they mean. This is what they're competing against. This goddamn lizard just metabolized, and I calculated this, by the way. I took an average slaughter-sized 250-pound hog, and he ate 3 of those, which, in a span of 15 seconds, he has digested completely. That's over 500,000 calories reabsorbed into his body. And still we're asking stupid questions like, why can he breathe fire? Here's a question. Why wouldn't he? Sitting down quickly trades satiety for health, and it's your primary way of healing up between fights. It's actually genius design. Like, think about it. You're making a game and you get really happy when things get larger. That dopamine hits hard, like coronary heart disease. But
like coronary heart disease.
It's already half a screen, and the commission artist is just not responding anymore. After the last request, there's no sign of him. Their postal address leads us to a monastery in Middle England. But if we have to deflate and get smaller as part of a gameplay mechanic, just like free refills at a Denny's, we can get large over and over again. You get power-ups, you get stronger, and you get access to more levels. Naturally, the most common and relevant form of power-up is increasing your stomach capacity. Now you might think, oh, my capacity just got 10 points higher. And like me, you might initially miss that firing of a neurons, that transmission of a synapse, where you realize, oh, this isn't my final form. I can get larger. And so there's this strange drive pushing you forward where you're kind of morbidly fascinated. Because you see, there's many forms of motivation, and ours is to see how large we can possibly get. Who is this game for? Why are we covering it? Why is it important? That's a very simple answer. First, they came for the furry inflationists, and I did not speak out, for I was not a furry inflationist. And then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak out. That's why we defend them now, and we get on good terms so that during the upcoming political upheaval, they can return the favor and vor our enemies. Due to the nature of my work, I cover some really old and really niche games. Problem is, it's hard to get an original copy, so I depend on friends and family to send me a working copy of Bad Rats 2. Punjabi pre-cracked no virus. One of the most stable ways to do this is torrenting, or as it's more commonly known, trying before buying. Unfortunately, my internet provider and the people who work there are the product of a brother and sister who loved each other a little too much, as they cannot distinguish between illegal torrenting and me trying to download a legitimate copy of a game I already own. So they throttle my connection and my internet grinds to a halt. Thank you, Verizon, for the opportunity to pay $89.99 monthly, all for the luxury of having no internet. Despite this, like a battered housewife, I insisted They're doing it because they love me. Then, about a month later, I received a cease and desist from Verizon, telling me that I'm most definitely going to jail, giving me a list of racially motivated gangs I can choose to join once inside. I've never owned a paper shredder before, but I gotta tell you, it's strangely satisfying. That's my third letter this week. So I realized my internet provider really doesn't know what's best for me. So instead, I chose to install ExpressVPN. When I run ExpressVPN, my internet traffic goes through a secure encrypted server. So my ISP can't throttle my download speed because they can't see what I'm doing, nor can they see the sites I visit when I'm working hard at my job and sell my mental illness to advertisers. It's incredibly easy to use. All I have to do is download the app, tap a single button, and just like that, I'm fully secured. And ExpressVPN does all this without slowing my connection. So stop letting internet providers arbitrarily decide what you can and can't do with something you pay good money for every month. Protect yourself today from the misinformed decisions of mega corporations who don't care if you live or die by using the same VPN I've trusted since 2019. 3 years, and they never failed me once. How about that for an endorsement? Sign up now and you can get 3 months of ExpressVPN for free by visiting expressvpn.com/Seth or clicking the link in the description box below. Thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video. Gameplay is pretty straightforward. You help out your local village by beating the shit out of everything and consuming their dead bodies. For an island guardian, you're actually quite terrifying, and the village itself is a really nice place. What a beautiful day on God's earth. I wonder, what shall I do today? Work on myself? Develop my skills? Care for my friends and family? I know, I'll spend my entire life online and become increasingly weird and isolated, divorced from reality. Self-esteem? What's that? I like the little townspeople. They give you a sense of community and a purpose for why you're doing what you're doing. I also found out the flying minigame is a really good way to make money. On the other hand, it's really difficult to explain to friends the nature of your anger. There's not many ways to say, I popped. Like Icarus, I flew too close to the sun. Or in this case, I flew too close to one chicken dinner too many. And I have to repeat the entire stage. You can play using a keyboard or controller, but I strongly recommend a controller for your own comfort and sanity. Personally, I think the platforming is incredibly difficult. I've had situations where I can clear the entire level, but I can't make a single jump to save my life. And then I proceed to repeatedly eat the same trap until I die. You have two spells, fire and egg. What do they do? Well, it's pretty self-explanatory. Fire is fire, and egg can make a cow forcibly pregnant. Not really much more to say about that. We know the rest. The milk industry, reptile eggs. Some would argue you can't have one without the other. You get extra skills and abilities by defeating bosses, which in turn can be used to access new areas. Music is pretty nice. You hear the same tracks often, but they're not grating or pronounced, so they don't really feel repetitive. Some sounds are not balanced for the rest of the game. Each time I hit an armored pig, my speakers shake and my table travels. In town, you can buy items, and I strongly recommend them. They can save your life or a trip back home, which can be quite a bit of backtracking. Thankfully, you unlock the ability to fast travel relatively early into the game. I actually love it because the animation is based on your current weight. So if you're thin, you can tell it's a very pleasant ride. If you're not, well, it's clearly more of a struggle to stay in the air. At some point, I realized you can intentionally get caught and bloated by slime plants, break free, spit out the slimes, kill them, and generate infinite XP. Unfortunately, I have to witness something unsettling each time I do this. So no, I don't think it's an exploit. It's an intentional form of torture. Everything you gain is outweighed by everything you lose, namely the ability to close your eyes ever again without that image burned into your skull. Enemies are varied and will harm you in one of two ways. One, they can kill you. Two, they can forcibly feed you until you explode. This is a similar experience to visiting grandma. The longer you stay, the higher your risk of cardiac arrest. She won't kill you out of hatred. She'll drown you in the pancake syrup river of love. Also, the death sequence for getting too full is arguably more difficult to swallow. Food is both your strength and weakness. You must constantly toe the line between obesity and death. They say video games are not the greatest medium for storytelling, but I disagree. When you see your obese lizard grappling the side of a cliff, his face says it all. Without words, he evokes one singular emotion: concern. The
Concern.
enemy placement in this game
Stop
is
being
brutal.
so
Forget those
concerned,
2
Chad.
archers in Anor Londo. That will seem like a pleasant memory when you're getting stun-locked by roast turkey. You get XP pretty generously, and this lets you upgrade your abilities at any time. Many of these are locked until you get later into the game. I don't have any recommendations except get healing on your punches, because relying on digestion for health is okay, but you can't do magic on an empty stomach. And that's a shame, because playing the game as a tactical egg artillery is objectively the best experience. Imagine seeing something pouring from the sky, and it's either going to kill you or make you pregnant. That's quite terrifying. Critique. I hate slimes. I really dislike them. That is all. Besides that, sometimes animations really don't look like they should affect you, but they do. Like, you can feel a hammer's shockwave when you're not even on the same floor. It's a minor complaint, and they'll probably fix this. You know what? It's a furry developer. In all likelihood, they will fix this, and they're currently taking notes. That's the difference. You want something done? Stop recruiting on LinkedIn. Go to Fur Affinity instead. Also, some of the controls can be awkward, but you can remap them. And also, you're just gonna get used to it. Reverse critique. I really like the idle animations. That is all. In conclusion, I give Tribal Hunter a full out of belly. It was there for me during a difficult period of my life. Each time I made any money, I would flash my wads of cash outside my wallet and comically lose them to a strong gust of wind each time. Eventually, I was left with nothing, just me and a small bag of crack. I knew I had to get my life together, so I smoked the whole bag, using them to outrun cars and siphon gasoline from their tanks, usually at the same time. I would describe the experience like using the devil trigger from Devil May Cry. I used high gasoline prices to in turn buy more crack, which I used to call fueling my addiction. I found this joke to be very amusing. I would repeat it often to the same homeless man I would hound for hours, running circles around him as he cried and wept. And here I am today. Thank you, Tribal Hunter, for giving me my life back. Hey, sorry for stretching out the video, but I'm happy to inform you all that Tribal Hunter is now on GOG. Follow my GOG link at /UNICEF for 15% off. For every dollar you spend, I will personally steal a liter of clean drinking water from the children that need it most. Forget charities that make things better. I promise I'll make them worse. The developers told us they're really close to a 1.0 release, so even if you buy now, the game is going to leave early access in a couple of days. As always, more content to come, so stay tuned. Or don't. It's an open door policy. A warm thanks to the many members of the Merchants Guild generously funding and bankrolling these videos. You're all truly wonderful. Unless you're mentally unstable, in which case I recommend comprehensive psychiatric therapy. Have a good one.
Oh, Lord. Alright, when Weeb comes back, we're watching that again.
What did you know?
More than you, Monkai.
Oh, now with the insults. Come on, bro.
This is a war.
For you, maybe. This is my job. You're hurting my friends and my feelings.
Well, maybe you deserve it.
Screw you.
Oh, anime time.
Oh, dude, seriously, can you not?
You charged at me.
Well, you insulted me first, Xeno scum. God, you're such a dick.
Wait, so you and Mara are dating an angel now? Oh, don't be silly.
Meme time.
Mara doesn't have an angel partner.
She's got a harem.
She has like 20.
Gosh, I can't believe you're dating a succubus.
Hmm?
So, who's the top?
Oh my, a demon dating an angel? How curious. Is that her behind you? Huh?
Dead time. Dying.
I'm Top G. I'm a realistic person. I'm sad, I'm sad, I'm sad. I'm not on steroids. Maybe I'm completely crazy. Maybe I'm full of shit.
I've decided that GoldenEye, the movie GoldenEye, is my life story.
I'm gonna do this so I can oppress that bitch because she's broke. I'm an ultra high net worth individual.
I'm the opposite of hate-filled. I'm apathetic.
I'm gonna be like, bang, oh, I've seen that before. Okay, boom, boom, duck and dive and take one terrorist out. Next, get the AK, go Rambo. I can't stop eating.
I don't care about anyone else. I'm extremely selfish. It's all about me. And that's why my life's so fantastic.
I'm not gonna adopt the thinking of weaklings. We don't run around with machine guns. I mean, obviously we have guns.
Electric, my little plug. Ooh, look at my little plug and plug it into my Tesla. Maybe I can get an erection one day.
Alright. One more video. But again, if Weeb shows up, we'll go back and play the other thing, and then play this again, too. We'll see. I didn't think it was going to be this short, but last longer. Black Pants Legion presents Space Station 13. Move, freight. Miners, don't die. This episode briefly, a space marine.
Time to be a hero. Oh, it's already started. Yes, I do. Let's be a hero in the sky.
Yeah, Porky Weeb, who's not here.
Yes, I do.
If he does show back up. If he does show up,
I already
we'll
said
see.
yes.
He said he was going to be late by an hour,
I don't
but
like how you say
it's already
that.
past an
I'm
hour
moving
now.
on. All right, so
Okay.
Squad Marine. I'm in Bravo Squad. That's dumb. Time to eat this shit. All right, so as you may have found out the last time around, my aspect ratio was off, and I was not recording in the correct aspect ratio.
Oh, no.
because this monitor is actually huge, and the other monitor that I had before that was small. And believe it or not, OBS was reset by Windows or Windows 11 because there was a time before Windows 11, or rather I should say the time I woke up.
Oh God, Windows 11.
Having Windows 11
awful
forced upon me for no effing reason.
Thank
It
God
was
my
just
computer
like,
can't
hey,
make
you know
Windows
what you
11.
should
I don't have enough
You should
space.
have Windows. And I'm like, how many? And they're like 11. I fucking woke up with Windows 11. I had Windows 11.
We all seen Armored Skeptic's video last year. He took a
not
massive
good.
shit and talked
I
about
do
his
not care for
esoteric
the
conspiracy now, and I'm
Windows
enjoying
11.
it.
And
No,
they
I
said,
fucking
this is
despise
not,
Armored
as they
Skeptic.
say,
So no.
optional. So I had Windows 11, and every single slider had been moved from audio to video.
I find
OBS,
him pretty
everything,
cringe,
all
bro.
my inputs, all my outputs, everything. And I said, you know what? I know one
Greg's
thing
a fat
more
fuck, too.
aggravating than Windows 11, and that's Space Station 13. So, howdy, text the Black Pants Legion.
I don't give a
and
shit if he's
welcome
talking
to
about
another episode
esoterica.
of Space Station 13. I'm going to get, let's see, all sorts of. You know what?
Hey,
I'm gonna
if
be
you enjoyed
cool,
shrimp, that's on you.
But I'm gonna get a leather jacket.
I ain't
It's
watching his
really,
ass.
Really kind of neat. I'm gonna be old school, I think. Sturdy Western boots. Yeah, we're gonna have some of them. Boom. Yeah, I got spurs now. Let's see if they jingle, jangle, jingle.
Jingle, jangle,
let's
jingle.
Get the Jaeger undersuit. I don't know what the fuck that does, but hey. Oh. All right, Jaeger undersuit done. Got
Put
it.
on your
All
Jaeger
so now we
undersuit.
need to go get the rest of the Jaeger armor thingy. All right, let's see. Jaeger wielding module. Ooh. Ooh. There's a lot of fun stuff we can play with. Okay, hold on. Let's get in here in the armors. Jaeger. Combat exoskeleton. Why, yes, I will have a combat exoskeleton. I will have a combat exoskeleton.
Get yourself a
let's see,
combat
what do I
exoskeleton.
put armor on the, yeah. Does this fit? I don't give a shit.
Does the armor
Find
fit?
out if it
I don't
does.
give a shit.
Does this fit on
The armor fits or not. My exoskeleton says this way.
Alright, so I've got my Jaeger.
Yes,
undersuit,
apparently,
and I've
Porky,
got
he
my
broke out of
combat
prison
exoskeleton.
and ran even though
Now I
he's
need to
fat.
get Jaeger parts. Oh, Jaeger chest pieces. Look at that. Right there. Heavy assault chest piece. Why, yes, I am that stupid. Let's
Well,
put that
yes,
on
I
here.
am that stupid.
Please fit on the armor. You have to hold it to do that. Alright, fine. Probably have to get a wrench. Knowing my fucking luck. You have to hold it. I am holding it. Please combine items. Oh, I'll be there in a minute. Oh, there it goes. Just a minute of lag. That's what it was.
A minute of lag.
Alright,
And that's a
fine.
good sign.
Okay, got my armor on. Got my fucking sweet shit on. That's nice. Oh yeah.
Get
I
your
gotta get
sweet
some,
shit on.
Assault leg plates, of course. I mean, there's something called Hell Jumper. That's probably pretty cool, right?
Pretty cool.
Oh yeah, sorry. I have to take the armor off to put that plate on because
Shit,
this is
well,
a
put
fun
that
thing.
plate
Full
on,
suits
bruh.
Armor for weirdos, right? You need to mix and match. All right, so there we go. Nice. Jaeger modules. Wow, general purpose storage module, binoculars, environmental helmet, arrowhead, light amplification, Good God. All right, let's just get a general purpose storage module. And put it on it.
Geo-purpose storage module.
All right, there we go. It has a module. It has a storage module, and let's see. Energy. Wow. Light amplification. Let's do that because I can't see for shit. All right, and then we'll just put light amplification in there. And it now has that. All right, cool. Armor reinforcement. Let's do that. Yeah, armor reinforcements.
You do that up.
Put that on. Or is it just one thing? Or it's one or the other. All right, fine. I get it.
Out of the interdimensional portals.
Jaeger arm piece. Oh my god. Infantry arm plates? What the fuck? Alright, you know what?
Chris
sure.
tuned his escape plan all over his body by shot 2 characters.
We're fucking Space Marines, man. I heard this song. It said macho uniform, man. You gotta, put on your pauldrons and stuff.
Put on your pauldrons. Do it up.
Why not? Alright, now I need a helmet. Let's see. Ooh, a skull helmet.
A skull.
That sounds pretty neat. It's got a skull on it. Alright. So, yeah. I got a helmet on.
No, Black Pants. Excuse me.
Oh god, someone's just using the flamethrower willy-nilly.
Black Pants Legion himself kind of sounds a bit like the postal guy.
I think we'll
just realized that.
Let's see. Seasonal. Oh, seasonal, like some throwbacks. All right. Utility, flare gun, grenade boxes. Choices. Lots of grenades. Big old grenade launcher. Which one's the fancy one? For area denial. Let's go with the big boy flamethrower and the backpack fuel tank because I hate humanity and this
because I hate humanity
for mankind, really. I mean, so we're just gonna go ahead and throw that there. And oh, my cigar. How could I forget? Let's go ahead and put that right there in that. And
right
Mr.
there in
Flamin'
that.
Werfer, who werfs the flamin', can ride on my back.
Werfs the flamin'.
Ride together into Valhalla. Now, it's a bit of a bitch to get this thing up, but it works the first time to make me a liar. So, thank you.
Stretch myself out there.
I'm dumb. All right, so next I need to get one more piece of clothing, as I do have this cool chest rig thing, but I could put a belt on, which is neat. Yes. Standard ammo belt, shotgun ammo belt, belt harness, utility belt. Let's just take standard ammo belt, put that on there. Boom.
Put your ammo belt on, Chet.
Yeah, extra stuff. Things like bandanas for, just being like really cool. You can be
really
just
cool.
A really cool guy with bandanas. You'll just be like, wow.
Wow.
I had bandanas. Let's go ahead and fill these with grenades because I'm not that smart. And we're just going to put them right there where they can blow me up. I can set myself on fire and blow my squad up. Win.
Hell yeah.
Win.
Blow yourself up.
Let's go into seasonal grenades. Incendiary, please. I love that they just have these. It's just in a vending machine. You can just have it. They're like, I want these. And they're like, no problem. Just go nuts. And I'm like, what happens if someone kicks this vending machine? And they said, no problem.
No problem, they said to me.
They said
no problem.
They didn't say problem. They said no problem. You know what I mean?
They said no
They were very
problem.
specific.
Okay, it's not a problem.
So we have our shit in there. Our
kick
shit
it.
in there, and
I mean, you can
these
kick
bag
it, but
pouches.
no problem.
I need
sir.
to put something in there that would be nice. Now, I could put a miniature fire extinguisher on my stuff, but that sounds like admitting defeat.
It does,
And
I agree.
Let's be honest. I didn't put on all this power armor because I know what I'm doing. I put on all this power armor because it makes me feel good inside, and it
makes me
probably not
cool.
going to help. So what we have to do then is get some of these incinerator tanks and then fill them into this magazine, which they will not fit. They cannot fit. I wish I had a flamethrower to harness. Oh well, I can just carry another giant tank maybe. Let's see about the large flamethrower tank. If I carry one on my belt, that would be fucking irresponsibly hilarious. Alright, let's throw that there.
Just
Don't worry
throw
about
that there.
Don't worry. Yes. Yes, I can. Large flamethrower tank fits. So I have 2 flamethrowers. Not really. I have 1 flamethrower. But oh wow. Everyone else made a mess. Okay, so.
They made a mess,
People
Chet.
got their shit. Wow, that's just a bunch of fucking throwing knives? Why would they trust people with fucking... you know what? I'm just gonna walk. Oh shit, I forgot my earpiece. Talk about squad cohesion. Tex, It's not an army of one. The commercial is kind of a lie. Don't
The commercial
believe
is
them,
a
Tex.
lie.
I will see that in the comments. Tex, I was in the army. They lie to you. The MREs are not scrumptious. I had someone tell me that. They said, I hate to lie to you, but the MREs are not good. And I was like, I know this. I have taste buds.
I have
eaten
taste
MRE.
buds, sir.
Oh shit, they're gonna take off in 20 seconds. I have to act like I meant to go there. So
Fuck,
I'm one
that's
of the
gonna take off
Bravo
20
babies
seconds.
And the Fobbits on CM. I'm not sure what the traditions here mandate, but I will tell you that they are babies on CM. I know everyone in Bravo thinks that they're fantastic people and that they build giant
But they're
Ozymandian
babies.
structures that will stand the test of time. I will remind them every time they've ever said that to me. The fob has exploded. It has exploded. It has collapsed like a rotten, piss-soaked cardboard box in the rain. And they have gone, I have erred. And I'm like, yes,
I have
like
erred.
all Ozymandian ruins. It is temporary.
Ozymandian
So
ruins?
I think Charlie is a very special group. Charlie Breakfast is magnificent, but I don't think that they are the heroes that they think they are. I think Alpha is always going to run off and die. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Always
Alpha
gonna run
is
off
insane.
and die.
Alpha has problems. They know it. Everyone knows it. It's what Alpha does. Alpha
It's what
is
they
there
do,
to
Chad,
die on
okay?
their own bayonet and perhaps wound the enemy. Bravo is again Fobbits. All they do is build weird stuff. Occasionally they're fun, and you get into stuff like the egg fights. That's a good one. And then you get Charlie. Charlie
Just
Breakfast.
pulled home.
Charlie's
Sorry,
our
everyone. Hey,
special
Weeb.
group.
Well, don't worry.
They're
You get to
really
suffer
nice
again.
people, and I
You
love
don't get
all
to
some of
suffer
this
as
one
long,
that
but
I
you'll
can
be
just
able to
go
suffer
wherever.
again
I can
when
get
you get in here
pods
with
and go,
me.
You know what? I'm just gonna, that seems fine. Launch that drop pod. What? Lucky Randolph? Hey.
You'll get to suffer, and you'll make Chet
like
suffer
your
again
name.
too. So it's on you. It's your fault.
Let's see.
Once you're in here.
Coordinates, anybody?
Got hit with a massive
Anybody?
storm. Rip.
Any one person.
Stop going through the warp like that, then.
Just guess. I'm just gonna sit here and drink my joke cola.
My joke cola.
LZ is being overrun. We'll need to use the. No, LZ is fucked. No. Well, no, I mean,
LZ
that
is
happens.
fucked.
It does happen, man. I mean, the LZ
It
does
do.
get
It do
fucked
be
from
like
time to
that.
time.
It do happen.
The drop pod is already occupied. Yes. Now I'd like to be free of it. Seems we ain't dropping. Yeah, seems like.
You stole my
Drop pod.
Gellerfield, you
Open drop
bastard.
pod UI.
Yes, I did.
Exit pod.
Yes, I did.
So, you know, since, well, okay. I got an idea.
I did do that. I did.
Want to be in a documentary
do it again.
entitled "That Time We Escaped After Setting the Ship on Fire"? Because I do. Does it involve making cheese by drinking enzyme? No.
Does it involve making
No,
cheese by drinking an enzyme? What?
No enzyme. Sure, I guess. Look. 2 Randolphs. We'll be okay. The Alamo has been captured. Oh, no, we won't. What?
Oh, shit.
Alright, fine. Oh, shit.
Xenomorphs.
Yeah. Hope you like flamethrower, fucko. Yeah, barbecue. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I threw a bullhorn at you. That was dumb. Man, everybody's just having fun. I'm just gonna
Till
sit
the
here and
Fire
play it
Nation
cool.
attacks.
No. No. I said no.
I said no. He did say no.
No, thank you. I disagree.
I disagree.
All right. Beep, 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 beep. Hope you guys like grenades.
Time to die.
Seems like they don't.
Seem like they don't, though. Don't like them grenades.
And wait. Yeah, it seems like they lose.
Seems like they're losing,
sleeping?
though.
No, I don't think so. Deady, more like. Yeah, there you go.
Dead.
Welcome to the afterlife.
Dead.
Nope,
Yes,
we
hello.
lose.
Oh, hello, Weeb.
Oh, hello.
Let me
Welcome.
be correct. We lose.
Yes. Sorry, I am late.
You're fine.
Oh,
You
yeah.
told me you're gonna be late, so that happens.
Oh.
So I've noticed something with the Black Pants Legion dude.
What's that?
He kind of sounds like the Postal guy.
Kinda.
Yeah.
That's how you end that. And heard a shattering kaboom.
Why am I needed prepared to die? What did I do, Orcus?
Porky wants you murdered.
Probably. That seems in character for Porky.
Yes, it is. I agree. So Weeb, because you're late, this would be the last video, but we're gonna replay some because you're here now.
Oh.
So chat will get to suffer through something again because you're here now.
I do feel terrible.
No, you're
I did
fine,
not
man.
think it would take that fucking long.
I said prepare, sir, said Porky in caps.
I am prepared, Porcus.
I like how they had the huge text there and I couldn't read everything it said. It was like something from fucking Patron or something. Me write? What is that?
Something about they let me write their thesis.
Get mongooses? Stabbed captain? Let's have some memes. How about that, Weeb? Sound good to you?
Yeah, I'm down with memes.
Yeah, I figured you would be, especially this one.
They've all got mustaches and they bug their eyes out at you and think they...
Oh shit, it skipped. Damn, no. Go back. I can do this.
They've all got mustaches and they bug their eyes out at you and think they scare you. And you just look like an absolute clown freak that works for murdering terrorists that jack our food and water. I think you're a big joke. That's what I think you are, murdering scum.
Wait, are you near
And those
your
of you that
fan or
serve the
something?
system are murdering scum. All of you. You're all aid and abet murdering
go.
scum that says they'll secretly arrest citizens and army bases all over the world raping children
And
with
now you
battery
died.
acid. Army's own report.
Yes.
You support raping children with battery acid.
Raping
Giant
children with
objects.
battery
That's
acid.
in the Army report. If you don't speak out against it, if you don't go out against it, if you don't stand up against it, you support it. You support
Yeah,
it.
I know,
You
Strong.
support it. You
I
are
saw
now
that.
child killers,
I'm willing to
child
take a week of
torturers.
cleaning duty.
You are now aiding and abetting it. You are literally going to hell in a handbasket. Repent now.
Repent now.
I know your mustache is cool. You got little gold framed glasses. You scare me so bad. Oh, you scum! Scum! All right, I'm gonna stop right there. Oh, it makes me sick, and I'm gonna have to watch them when they blow up some federal buildings.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah.
Alex, no.
We'll give it to
Oh,
you.
no.
We'll give it to you.
Get out of there, Leon. You can't beat that.
Nope. So the Virgin Leon versus Chad Ethan. Kieran, fuck my sister.
The Redfield bloodline must continue.
Face.
by women, preferably Ada.
Preferably Ada. But then you got Ethan here who gets this.
Yes. Truly a happy man.
Truly. Also, totally not dead already either. Spoilers, he's dead already. He's been dead since the first game introduction of him.
I get to suck him first.
Yeah, fuck you too, Capcom.
Claire's awaits your seed.
Claire's pussy awaits your seed.
Hope you guys
Oh wait, take a
enjoyed
listen to his
the
mic.
video.
Listen to this.
And by the way, who is the best girl from Resident Evil series?
Look how shitty it
Comment down
sounds.
below your
Oh, that's
opinion.
terrible.
Make
So
your
shitty, I feel
choice
so bad for
into
him.
A suggested illustration of our waifu. And a little shout out to Ball Buddy and
Ball Buddy.
Patreon for the support. And hope you guys have a
Thank
great
you,
day.
Ball Buddy.
Who makes the comics and then get dubbed. Alright, here's Virgin Knight Origins.
Please,
Femfistopoulos.
Yep.
I have to lose my virginity by the Magic Academy prom night.
Well, you could start by talking to Sandra. She obviously likes you.
But talking to girls is too scary. I'd rather sell my soul to demons.
I'm a girl too, you know.
Oh.
Here we go.
Fine, I'll help you. But dark magic has a cost. You will become irresistible to the opposite sex, and the kissless line will prosper and multiply. However, your incel energy will be transferred to one of your descendants. 500 years from now, a girl will be born blessed with fairest beauty, yet cursed with eternal virginity. Her name will be Virginia, and she will be known as the Virgin Knight.
Hey there, little guy. It's breeding time.
No! Sorry, how does this affect me?
Well, you know, you could feel bad for cursing your bloodline.
Nah,
I'm cool.
I care about my personal convenience now. I don't care if I screw over my future offspring.
I feel like this is an allegory for a political issue or something.
Yeah,
hey,
Britain.
Can you be my girlfriend? You're super hot.
Here we go again. No, absolutely not.
Thank you for
Poor
watching.
Virgin
Hope
Knight.
you guys are enjoyed the video.
Oh my god, and we got
Let's
Potato
see,
Mike.
Yes, he
someone
just
help
said his
her
mic's so
break that
bad.
curse. She's pretty and she already suffered
She
enough.
pretty.
And a little shout out to Bobby and my Patreon for the support. And hope you guys have a great day.
Bread and butter. And butter's the little kitty on top of him.
Yes.
Paladin quiz.
Hi, can I ask
My favorite.
like a personality quiz?
Okay.
Which would you rather
Fuck.
a dragon or a dragon's weight in goblins?
Dragon.
Oh, I love these. Which would I rather fight? So the question is, which is more dangerous?
He's like,
the
would you
raw
fight?
power of
That's
a
not what he
dragon
said.
Or the pack traits of an army of hundreds of goblins. No.
I said fuck.
Huh? Which
Would you rather fuck?
A dragon or an army of goblins?
Dad, Sansa punched me.
Cry more, loser.
Dad, I'm still hungry. I like this beer drink.
I like this beer drink.
I took some
Father.
gold from Mother's treasure hoard. Do you want me to foot the bill?
In hindsight, the correct answer
Answer was probably neither. Definitely not both.
Oh, God's not again.
I mean,
Thank you for watching. Hope you guys
both
are
is
enjoying
an
the
acceptable
video.
answer.
And by the way,
But that's
you just
what you
need to
need.
be, you just need to run far enough.
Yeah.
Garments.
Or, you know,
Which one
pull
is
out
your
or
choice?
something. I don't know. There's something with
Whoa, well, that goes against the Paladin Creed if every seed is sacred.
it. Every seed is sacred.
That's right. Oh, hey, what's up, Bob?
Now here's another meme. Before the pain. Look at Skirma.
Yeah, oh yeah, shut the fuck up. Stupid, you're all stupid idiots. You're dumb? You're the dumbest one here. Yeah.
Agron. Look who's recording him. Perturabo.
No. Turn that off.
Don't turn that off.
God damn it, Perturabo.
Time for the pain weeb.
Hey people, Seth here. Here's our topic of the day. Inflation.
Oh.
Inflation is a global topic. Some of the most powerful people on this planet are the same people responsible for the most inflation. Coincidence?
Yeah.
I think not. You might think it's just a way of printing liquidity for short-term gain and no consequence. Because, after all, everything is tethered to the dollar since we abolished the Bretton Woods system in 1971.
Yep, we
so,
did.
even if you're holding
Even though that's
pounds,
technically the
euros,
gold
or yen,
standard
it
system, which
doesn't
is how
matter
money works,
because you're
supposed to
equally
work.
screwed. Our hyperinflation is your hyperinflation. Enjoy. In
Oh,
conclusion,
but
the
Weeb,
Federal
wait, what
Reserve
if I
is
told
run by
you it's
hyperinflation
that type of
fascists.
inflation?
But here's the thing.
Oh, no.
They're not doing it for money. They're doing it Because they're perverts, and they find it to be extremely, extremely hot. Now, let's talk about something completely unrelated.
Completely
Tribal Hunter
unrelated.
is a completely innocent game where you play
Completely
as an
innocent,
Afro
Weeb,
lizard
right?
who is sent to guard over the land. You fight. You
What the
protect
fuck?
the innocent.
Yep.
You consume your enemies
I'm
by
concerned.
ventilating them directly into your mouth. And it's really funny because if you eat too much, he gets large. Oh God, imagine that. And what if he ate even more and got even larger? Well, that would be crazy. But don't eat too much or you're gonna pop. This is an allegory for your blood vessels, which are going to pop if you keep going down this road, because soon enough, the only way you can keep going down this
Seesaw.
road is in a motorized mobility scooter.
Oh, hey,
Answer
look,
me
it's
this.
Seesaw.
What will you do when Elon Musk turns
Oh,
off
no.
the Tesla battery in the middle of the woods? That's right. You're going to be kissed to death by a pack of nanny dogs
Cuddles
who
Rex
just
Sword.
broke out of the local nursery. And guess what? Breakfast was free infants ago. You're the main course. Think about that next time you're indulging yourself, like the hungry caterpillar that you are. This game plays like a brawler platformer Metroidvania. It's like the old Metroids if Samus was or could become heavily pregnant, and this grants her gameplay advantages. It's much the same way. When you're small, you're very quick, you're very nimble, and you can platform really easily. When you're large, you hit like a truck. Your damage, your animations, your hitbox, they all scale with your content. However, you become both vertically and horizontally challenged. When each footstep is the equivalent of a quake in Asia, jumping is the least of your concern. This might not be politically correct to say, but there's no way to sugarcoat it without making you even larger. You're a fat fuck.
You're
so
a fat
how do we
fuck.
shed those pounds? Well, you sit down and you metabolize your food in a matter of seconds. When the morbidly obese blame it on metabolism, this is exactly what they mean. This is what they're competing against. This goddamn lizard just metabolized, and I calculated this, by the way. I took an average slaughter-sized 250-pound hog, and he ate 3 of those, which, in a span of 15 seconds, he has digested completely. That's over 500,000 calories reabsorbed into his body. And still we're asking stupid questions like, why can he breathe fire? Here's a question. Why wouldn't he? Sitting
Why
down
wouldn't
quickly
he?
trades satiety
That's a fair
for
point.
health. And it's your primary way
That
of
is a fair
healing
point. Why
up
wouldn't
between
he?
fights. It's actually genius design. Like, think about it. You're making a game and you get really happy when things get larger. That dopamine hits hard, like coronary heart
Like
disease.
coronary
Where
heart
do we go from
disease.
here? It's already half a screen, and the commission artist is just not responding anymore. After the last request, there's no sign of him. Their postal address leads us to a monastery in Middle England. But if we have to deflate and get smaller
That looked
as
really
part
familiar.
of a gameplay mechanic, just like free refills at a Denny's.
Free
you
Oh,
get
God.
large over and over again. You get power-ups, you get stronger, and you get access to more levels. Naturally, the most common and relevant form of power-up is increasing your stomach capacity.
Oh,
Now
no.
you might think, oh, my
no.
capacity just got 10 points higher. And like me, you might initially miss that firing of a neurons, that transmission of a synapse, where
Yes.
you realize, oh,
Oh.
this isn't my final form. I can get larger.
Oh, no.
And so there's this strange drive pushing you forward where you're kind of morbidly fascinated. Because
Morbidly
you see, there's many
fascinated.
forms of motivation.
Is that
and
how it
ours
works?
is to see how
Oh, God.
large we can possibly get. Who is this game for? Why are we covering it? Why is it important? That's a very simple answer. First, they came for the furry inflationists, and I did not speak out, for I was not a furry inflationist. And then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak out. That's why we defend them now, and we get on good terms, so that during the upcoming political upheaval, they can return the favor and vor our enemies. Due to the nature of my work, I cover some really old and really niche games. Problem is, it's hard to get an original copy, so I depend on friends and family to send me a working
Look at that
copy
thing.
of Bad Rats 2,
God.
Punjabi pre-cracked no virus.
Punjabi,
One of the
no
most stable
virus.
ways to do this is torrenting, or as it's more commonly known,
SpongeBob in
trying
Arabic.
before buying.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my internet provider and the people
Verizon.
who work there are the product of a brother and sister who loved each other a
God.
little too
Oh,
much,
no.
as they cannot distinguish between illegal torrenting and me trying to download a legitimate copy of a game, I already
have
own.
how to
So
get cow
they throttle my
pregnant.
connection, and my internet grinds to a halt. Thank you, Verizon, for the opportunity to pay $89.99 monthly, all for the luxury of having no internet. Despite this, like a battered housewife, I insisted They're doing it because they love me. Then, about a month later, I received a cease and desist from Verizon telling me that I'm most definitely going to jail, giving me a list of racially motivated gangs I can choose to join once inside. I've never owned a paper shredder before, but I gotta tell you, it's strangely satisfying. That's my third letter this week. So I realized my internet provider really doesn't know what's best for me. So instead, I chose to install ExpressVPN. When I run ExpressVPN, my internet traffic goes through a secure encrypted server. So my ISP can't throttle my download speed because they can't see what I'm doing, nor can they see the sites I visit when I'm working hard at my job and sell my mental illness to advertisers. It's incredibly easy to use. All I had to do is download the app, tap a single button, and just like that, I'm fully secured. And ExpressVPN does all this without slowing my connection. So stop letting internet providers arbitrarily decide what you can and can't do with something you pay good money for every month. Protect yourself today from the misinformed decisions of mega corporations who don't care if you live or die by using the same VPN I've trusted since 2019. 3 years, and they never failed me once.
That was
How
fucking
about
God
that for an
hand.
endorsement? Sign up now, and you can get free
That was
months of
Elder Scrolls
ExpressVPN for
Morrowind.
free by visiting expressvpn.com/Seth or clicking the link in the description box below. Thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video. Gameplay is pretty straightforward. You help out your local village by beating the shit out of everything and consuming their dead bodies. For an island
definitely
guardian,
got what
you're
you paid
actually
for.
quite terrifying, and the village itself is a really nice place. What a beautiful day on God's earth. I wonder, what shall I do today? Work on myself? Develop my skills? Care for my friends and family? I know, I'll spend my entire life online and become increasingly weird and isolated, divorced from reality. Self-esteem?
Yes.
What's that?
What's
I like
that?
the little townspeople. They give you a sense of community and a purpose for why you're doing what you're doing. I also found out the flying minigame is a really good way to make money. On the other hand, it's really difficult to explain to friends the nature of your anger. There's not many ways to say, I popped. Like Icarus, I flew too close to the sun. Or in this case, I flew too close to one chicken dinner too many. And I have to repeat the entire stage. You can play using a keyboard or controller, but I strongly recommend a controller for your own comfort and sanity. Personally, I think the platforming is incredibly difficult. I've had situations where I can clear the entire level, but I can't make a single jump to save my life. And then I proceed to repeatedly eat the same trap until I die. You have two spells, fire and egg. What do they do? Well, it's pretty self-explanatory. Fire is fire, and egg can make a cow forcibly pregnant. Not really much more to say about that. We know the rest. The milk industry, reptile eggs. Some would argue you can't have one without the other. You get extra skills and abilities by defeating bosses, which in turn can be used to access new areas. Music is pretty nice. You hear the same tracks often, but they're not grating or pronounced, so they don't really feel repetitive. Some sounds are not balanced for the rest of the game. Each time I hit an armored pit, my speakers shake and my table travels. In town, you can buy items, and I strongly recommend them. They can save your life or a trip back home, which can be quite a bit of backtracking.
Yeah,
Thankfully, you unlock the ability to fast travel relatively early into the game. I actually love it because the animation is based on your current weight. So if you're thin, you can tell it's a very pleasant ride. If you're not, it's clearly more of a struggle to stay in the air. At some point, I realized you can intentionally get caught and bloated by slime plants, break free, spit out the slimes, kill them, and generate infinite XP. Unfortunately, I have to witness something unsettling each time I do this. So no, I don't think it's an exploit. It's an intentional form of torture. Everything you gain is outweighed by everything you lose, namely the ability to close your eyes ever again without that image burned into your skull. Enemies are varied and will harm you in one of two ways. One, they can kill you. Two, they can forcibly feed you until you explode. This is a similar experience to visiting grandma. The longer you stay, the higher your risk of cardiac arrest. She won't kill you out of hatred. She'll drown you in the pancake syrup river of love. Also, the death sequence for getting too full is arguably more difficult to swallow. Food is both your strength and weakness. You must constantly toe the line between obesity and death. They say video games are not the greatest medium for storytelling, but I disagree. When you see your obese lizard grappling the side of a cliff, his face says it all. Without words, he evokes one singular emotion. Concern. The enemy placement in this game is brutal. Forget those two archers in Anor Londo. That will seem like a pleasant memory when you're getting stun locked by roast turkey. You get XP pretty generously and this lets you upgrade your abilities at any time. Many of these are locked until you get later into the game. I don't have any recommendations except get healing on your punches, because relying on digestion for health is okay, but you can't do magic on an empty stomach. And that's a shame, because playing the game as a tactical egg artillery is objectively the best experience. Imagine seeing something pouring from the sky, and it's either going to kill you or make you pregnant. That's quite terrifying.
That is very terrifying.
I really dislike them. That is all. Besides that,
really
sometimes animations really don't look like they should affect you, but they do. Like, you can feel a hammer's shockwave when you're not even on the same floor.
Well,
it's
dumb.
a minor complaint, and they'll probably fix this. You know what? It's a furry developer. In all likelihood, they will fix this, and they're currently taking notes. That's the difference. You want something done? Stop recruiting on LinkedIn. Go to Fur Affinity instead. Also, some of the controls can be awkward, but you can remap them. And also, you're just going to get used to it. Reverse critique. I really like the idle animations. That is all. In conclusion, I give Tribal Hunter a full out of belly. It was there for me during a difficult period of my life. Each time I made any money, I would flash my wads of cash outside my wallet and comically lose them to a strong gust of wind each time. Eventually, I was left with nothing, just me and a small bag of crack. I knew I had to get my life together. So I smoked the whole bag, using them to outrun cars and siphon gasoline from their tanks, usually at the same time. I would describe the experience like using the devil trigger from Devil May Cry. I used high gasoline prices to in turn buy more crack, which I used to call fueling my addiction. I found this joke to be very amusing. I would repeat it often to the same homeless man I would hound for hours, running circles around him as he cried and wept. And here I am today. Thank you, Tribal Hunter, for giving me my life back. Hey, sorry for stretching out the video, but I'm happy to inform you all that Tribal Hunter is now on GOG. Follow my GOG link /UNICEF for 15% off. For every $1 you spend, I will personally steal a liter of clean drinking water from the children that need it most. Forget charities that make things better. I promise I'll make them worse. The developers told us they're really close to a 1.0 release, so even if you buy now, the game is going to leave early access in a couple of days. As always, more content to come, so stay tuned.
And as you know, you want this game right now.
It's an open door policy. A warm thanks to the many members of the Merchants Guild
I can't say that I do.
Generously funding and bankrolling these videos. You're all truly wonderful, unless you're mentally unstable, in which case I recommend comprehensive psychiatric therapy. Have a good one.
As a gift and saying you'll love this game.
I would be so pissed.
What did you know? More than you, Monkai.
We'll watch this real quick and then we're done.
This is a war.
For you, maybe. This is my job. You're hurting my friends and my feelings.
My feelings.
Well, maybe you deserve it.
Screw you.
Look, it's anime.
Oh, dude, seriously,
Yeah.
Are you not?
You charged at me.
Well, you insulted me first, Xeno scum.
Don't be a dick.
He do be right though. He did assault him first. You do
That
be
is
right
true.
though. Being a Xeno scum, he did do that.
Well, he was. I mean, look what he was wearing. He was asking for it.
He was asking for it. I agree. Stupid fucking Eldar.
Silly Xeno.
Eldar. Fucking space elves. Not even the good space elves. Like
Not
Dark
even
Eldar.
the good ones.
Not even like the Harlequin either. Not the good ones. The dumb ones.
The
All
worst kinds.
With that, we come to the end of Fans of Fiction. It was quite a show.
Yes.
Alright. So
That I was totally here for the whole
time. Totally was. He was
That's
here,
right.
chat. Totally.
Yeah, just in the corner.
Yes, he was. Don't forget the movie caption contest, movie picture, movie hangman are going on, so be sure to play those. Don't forget tomorrow will be Case of the Monday, so be sure to tune that at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Gray will be there.
Yes, he will. He will be on time. Good to have you, Weeb. I'm sure we'll have.
Oh, I'm off of work till October, so I will definitely be here the next time we do this.
Nice.
Yes.
Alrighty. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you guys
Later.
later.